everybody. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. We are incredibly excited to share with you what we've been working on all year. It's been a long time in the making, and these guys have had a long day. They performed at Lincoln and Madison this morning. They did a terrific job, and so we are very excited to wrap up this evening with this concert. So thank you for coming. That first song you heard was Synergy March. It was one of the first songs we got. This next one is entitled Gizmo. Please enjoy. That was Gizmo. Next up for you, we got Flight of the Banshee. I think if you asked them what their favorite song was, a good chunk of them would say Flight of the Banshee was. And I thought it was because it sounded cool, but it turns out a lesson group told me that just because they get to scream at the end like a banshee. So be excited for that part. This is Flight of the Banshee. So fast. We have two more songs. Hard Rock Blues is the next one. I was quite impressed with them with this because I think I handed it out maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they just ate it up, and they sounded great on it after 1 week. So I'm extremely impressed with their work on this. This is Hard Rock Blues. Feel free to stomp or clap along. this concert go so fast after a full year of working on this music. It's just fun to see them finally get to perform it. Before we play our last piece, I have a few thank yous. First and foremost, I want to thank the Pella administration, specifically Brian Miller, Amy Menti, and Blake Forsyth, our Jefferson staff admin. They are second to none. They are amazing. Anytime I ask them for support or for a request or anything, they are on it. So we are just incredibly lucky to have an amazing admin like that. Secondly, yes. Secondly, thank you to our tremendous music staff that we have here at Pella. We have some of the most amazing people to work with here in the music staff. I want to thank one person in particular today. We had Mr. Ross join us this year, and he helped with the 5th grade percussion. He's been teaching them all year long. As well as all percussion, 5 through 12, and the 6th and 7th grade bands, and we were just incredibly lucky to have had him this year for the percussion section. And he is unfortunately leaving us, going back to Texas where it's a little bit warmer. So we are just thankful for the time we had with him and for the work he's done with our students. Can we give him one more round of applause? And lastly, I want to thank you guys because I am just so grateful that you trusted us to take in your student and give them a music education and supporting them in that endeavor. It is, I believe, band or any ensemble, choir, orchestra that you're a part of is incredibly important and teaches a lot of life lessons outside of the classroom. It's patience, it's determination, it's practice, and then it's amazing to see it finally get to pay off on nights like these. I can only imagine the sounds you heard in your houses the first week that instrument came home, and maybe you were a little bit worried of, oh my gosh, when is this going to get better? And I hope you can see now that those sounds eventually do turn into good ones. And I'm just super excited to see how this class grows through the program and how much better they get every year. So you give yourselves a round of applause. That wasn't last. Lastly, I wanted to thank the kids on the stage because I've had such a great time with them this year. They've been amazing. They've worked so hard. I pushed them pretty hard, and they have pushed back, and it has brought us to new heights. So can we give these kids a round of applause? All of them. All right, we have one last song, and we need your help with it. This is a crowd favorite every year. This is Let's Go Band. And at the end of the song, they scream, Let's Go Band. And they're going to show you how to do it. Okay, ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Let's go band! Let's try it. Us. Ready? Here we go. You gotta be louder than that. 1, 2, ready, go. Let's go band! I think they beat me. Yeah, you guys beat me. Okay, so at the end of the song, I'm going to turn around and point to you guys, and that's when you do what you just did. Cool? This is Let's Go Band. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week.